So as we know, India in the middle of a festive season, and someone who's sort of assigned to spoil India's party, New Zealand's top batsman Ross Taylor is with us. Ross, festive season here, and the team would obviously try to do the best they can to beat India.
Happy Diwali. Yeah, I guess anytime you play, you want to win, but we know it's going to be very tough over here in India, somewhere where we play a lot, but India are very good in their home conditions, and we'll have to be at our best to compete with this side.
We'll pass on the Happy Diwali message to our viewers. But Ross, I mean, I've always wondered what it is like for a Kiwi to play in India, because in the IPL you got a lot of crowd support, for and against. Even on away games, there are enough Indian players that the team is supporting. Yeah, it would be a little lonely, I would think. When India go overseas or India go to New Zealand, they've still got a set of supporters. It's a little different when you come to India.
Yeah, I think it's a unique place to play, and a place that I've always enjoyed. I think the Indian crowd's always very knowledgeable and respect the game. But I think the players have played enough IPL games to have a bit of a following, and regardless, I've played for about 4 different teams, so yeah. No, I thoroughly enjoy it. But we know we'll be up against it, and the Indian crowd will try their best to just want to enjoy a good game of cricket, I'm sure.
Happy with the 100 in the practice game. What does that mean? Always good to have runs on your back?
Yeah, I mean, you take it for what it is, a warm-up game, but it's always nice to spend a bit of time out there. It's been very cold back home in New Zealand, and to come into the humidity and the heat of India has affected the players a little bit, but hopefully the 2 hit-outs will make us better for it, and obviously getting over jet lag and all that type of stuff. But no, Wankhede is a lovely stadium to play cricket at, and the team will be looking forward to that come Sunday.
Did the quality of spinners will be a little different during the one-day series? The spinners have got going for India against Australia. Your thoughts on the contest?
I think anytime you play India, spin is always going to play a big factor. Obviously, the way they play our spinners and the way us batters have to combat their spin. But no, I think we got a good hit out. Nadeem and Sharma, put us under pressure at numerous times over the last little while. But the way we go about it over the next 3 games is going to go a long way to seeing how we go in the series.
Team would have kept an eye on the way the India-Australia series went to get learnings as well.
Yeah, anytime, especially with it's such a short turnaround. But a lot of the time when you play here in India, it's the conditions, and they vary from city to city. So some wickets are going to be flat and will turn a little bit, and then some will turn from ball 1. So we're going to have to assess those conditions very early on, and hopefully we can play accordingly.
But it's not just about spin. India's got a really good sort of overall attack right now in limited overs cricket, particularly in these forms. Bumrah and Bhuvneshwar, you've seen enough of them. They do very well at the top and at the death. The 2 spinners, Hardik Pandya to back up. So it's a stiff challenge.
Yeah, I think the whole balance of this Indian side is impressive. As you said, the fast bowlers will be swinging it up front with Bumrah, and Hardik's turning himself into a world-class all-rounder. But we know we have to be at the top of our game. But their batting lineup as well. I'm sure our bowlers will be under some pressure, but it was a good series here last time. We lost in the last game, but losing the series 3-2. But we have fond memories here, and hopefully we can go one better this time.
Individually, didn't get as many runs as you would have liked last time around. Are you always someone who sort of look to try the horizontal shots as well if needed? They call it slog sleep. What do they call it? You want to use that with the spinners?
Yeah, something I probably made a name for myself in IPL and at Bangalore. The slog sweep. But in saying that, there's still other shots you need to play. But when it does come out and goes for 6, it's enjoyable. So if it does come out, hopefully, fingers crossed that it works.
Your thoughts on Virat, Ross? So you played cricket with him with the IPL when it started. He was a very different player then, just one of the many batsmen, and now he's obviously one of the leading batsmen. What sort of transformation have you seen in his cricket?
I thoroughly enjoyed watching him grow as a cricketer and followed his progress. From the young player 2008 at Bangalore to the player he is now. Himself very similar to Kane Williamson, players who ask questions at a young age, and you could see the class that he had, and to see him where he is today, and the consistency he has, and with the added responsibility of captaining a country, he's taken it with both hands, and I'm sure for the next however long he wants to play for is going to be one of the best players to have ever played the game of cricket, which is it's high praise for such a young person as well.
Perhaps one thing that's not changed with him is his attitude and his aggression, something that he wears on his sleeve.
I think at the end of the day, when you play cricket, you've got to be true to yourself, and he's I love his aggression, and I think that rubs off on other players. And as an opposition, you know you're in a contest and in a fight when you play against him. So no, I don't think that will change with Virat until the time he does retire. But no, he's a fantastic player to watch, and it was always a good competitor to play against as well.
Talking about you individually, would have helped to have someone like Kane Williamson, grow as a player and be the top batsman that he is. A bit of pressure off you. Obviously, you were the captain a few years back, and a lot of responsibility then.
I think in saying that, it's, for me, it's probably giving and trying to take as much responsibility off Kane as possible as well. He's a world-class player in his own right, but with that added responsibility as captain, sometimes can affect players. But myself, Martin Guptill and Tom Latham, we have to try and take as much pressure off him that he can just go out there and do his main skill and score a lot of runs for us and hopefully win more games.
Finally, so three T20s and 3 one-dayers. Team confident you can pull it off in any prediction?
I don't think we never put too many predictions on. We know we need to play at our best to compete with this Indian side. But no, if we can master our skills and execute our game plans, and hopefully we can put this very good Indian side under some pressure, and you never know from there.
Right. Let's close this, Ross, with some quick questions, T20 questions, if one may like. I'll throw in some names, and you can tell us what you think about them. Martin Grove.
He is my mentor and has had a massive influence on my career.
Martin Guptill.
Good friend, good teammate. Just got to get a haircut because that red hair is a bit too bright for me.
Brendan McCullum.
Swashbuckling opener. Very good captain, and it's taken this team forward.
Mike Essen.
Short. Very good coach, and he's played a big part in the evolution of this side.
IPL.
Great to be a part of. Played for 4 different teams and thoroughly enjoyed every moment of it.
Dare I ask retirement?
Hey, not far away.
Thanks for that.
Thank you.
Thanks for it. So that was Ross Taylor. Sporting as always, pretty much saying that New Zealand will have to play their best cricket to beat India in India. In Mumbai with cameraman Kiran Rasesh Mandani.